If you are logging into MyTEAM today, this is what matters. Merry Christmas, y'all. It is day 3 of the Winter Festival, and 2K has been very generous. Before we even jump into challenges, I need to talk about the locker code. I will flash it up here on screen. Very easy to put in. They're right over here under Market. Come in, type that locker code. You will get a free pink diamond. Once again, I'll flash it on the screen for you. Very generous of 2K for a couple reasons, and we will talk about it. As usual, jump into your challenges, get the dailies done. They're asking us to play multiplayer on Christmas. Get in the Christmas spirit, go be friendly out there in the park or All-Star. Wish some people a happy holiday if you are able to hop onto the game today. You just need to play one. You can get your wins offline if you need to. But go ahead and get those dailies done as usual. And of course, our exhibitions. We may have some new players here, so exhibitions are simple, they're free. Just come in and do the requirements. If you don't have the required player, it's okay. They're not, game breaking if you miss one or two. But over time, these definitely add up. You'll get badges and MT and shoes. And you'll either sell this stuff for MT or you'll use it. So, of course, do your exhibitions. Under the Season 3 tab, we of course have these season-long challenges. Keep those in mind, but we're not going to prioritize them right now. Salary cap is completely optional. I haven't even played one salary cap game, so don't feel like you have to do these, but definitely focus on the spotlights and these Hall of Fame badges. This is really easy to get done, and most of it can be stacked in other challenges, so just come in here and either work through the spotlights and also get your Hall of Fame badges. Before we talk about Festival, I'll tap into the weekly challenges, another great place just to get free cards. All of these are still live. They're giving us tons of time to do it, so just keep working. It looks like this one's finally on a timer, so we have 7 days left. You do need 10 Pelicans players. Do your best to acquire them. They should be cheaper in the auction house. If you need to buy a few and just sell them back, definitely worth to get that duo. I would say that's the best out of any cards in this tab. Also recommend the Halliburton. And if you're a true basketball fan, you probably want this Kenny and Shaq dynamic duo. It's a lot of fun. So keep an eye on this tab as well. Some great things in that weekly challenges. But the main event is, of course, the Winter Festival. And I mentioned 2K was really generous, and they were. So they've been dropping Winter Festival challenges every day. Yesterday's was a little interesting. It was only for a diamond piece, and it was a 5-game spotlight, or 6 games actually. I've gotten 4 of them done. I heard this last one, you need a double-double in triple threat. Can be a little bit challenging. Spam, pick and roll, and intentionally miss. That's the meta, and you can just kind of farm rebounds, use a big, tall center. You should be able to get the double-double. Shouldn't be too hard, but if you're having challenges, drop a comment. I can make a little gameplay video of that, getting it done. So do that mini spotlight, even though it's just a diamond piece. But the really generous one is they gave us a free Galaxy Opal exchange piece. And this is huge because one Galaxy Opal exchange piece can get you a lot in the market. It's also giving you a huge step forward to some other good cards. And all you need to do is get stats with a pink diamond and above. And even if you're brand new to the game today, they gave you a pink diamond locker code. So, kind of a W from 2K. Let's call it what it is. They're giving us a free pink diamond, and they're going to make it really, really easy for you to come in here and get a Galaxy Opal piece. Plus, they already gave us a pink diamond and an amethyst and a diamond. So at this point, we should be pretty stocked on festival pieces. So definitely prioritize this. W2K is all I can really say on that one. Looking at that exchange, because now we're getting more and more pieces. It's like, what are we going to start spending this thing on? As always, I'm recommending just ignore these, even with the free Galaxy Opal. It's still going to be very, very hard to get 25 Dark Matter pieces. Yes, these cards are good, but other really good cards are continuously being dropped, and the time and money it would take to get those may not be worth it, depending on your situation. But as you come down a little further, we're seeing these legend badges. We're seeing some very interesting dynamic duos, depending on your play style and what you're trying to accomplish. And of course, this Evan Mobley and Scotty Barnes. Both are really good. There's some mixed feedback on Evan Mobley's jump shot. Look, he's 6'10" or bigger, and he can play really good defense. You're not going to have a perfect card quite yet. We're not at that time of year where every card's just perfect. So he might not have the best jump shot, but he's still a really good card. Scotty's really good as well. And between grinding the game and that free exchange piece and the stuff that's coming out, we really should be getting close to one of these two if you want. But as I talked about yesterday, there's also some real value down here. I mean, with a free Galaxy Opal, you already can get Jabari Smith. And this is a good card. A lot of people are using him. People like him. Ray Allen's not bad. And with that free Galaxy Opal piece, we're very, very close to that. I mean, he's point guard eligible. So that's a taller, really offensive point guard. In the right hands, you can absolutely cook with this card. And of course, these guys are just essentially free now. I mean, they just gave us a Galaxy Opal piece. That's like over 10 diamond pieces easily. So yeah, if you want to come in and get these guys, I'm just going to go ahead and do it at this point because 2K is being so generous with the pieces. I know I'll have at least 2 extra diamonds by everything is all said and done. So go ahead and get these guys. I would say unless you're really trying to stack pieces for something high end and you just want to let the dust settle to see what you end up with, those 2 guys are pretty safe just to get right now. But overall, just keep getting familiar with the exchange. Look at some of these cards' stats and just understand, like, who do I want? Who am I good with? What would be fun? This is a card collecting mode. We don't always have to chase the meta. If there's something fun in here, if you want to take a risk and open up a 90 plus pack or 'tis the season pack, go for it. That's what this festival is supposed to be, just an opportunity for you to either get cards you want or just open up some new things and have fun with it. Speaking of some of these festival cards, let's just take a look, at what I think are good traits of these cards. Why is Kamara so good? And it comes down to really 5 traits of winning cards. And that is going to be height, speed, dunk, defense, and 3. Those are the 5 main things: height, speed, dunk, defense, and your 3-point ability. When you look at this card, he's 6'7" at the shooting guard position. That's great height for that position. Speed-wise, he's pretty athletic, so he's got a 90 speed with ball, which is also important. And then look at his agility. Let's see if we can find that speed right there. 96 agility, so he definitely checks the speed. Defense, 95 perimeter, 94 interior, 95 steal. Absolutely checks the box of defense. 3-point. This is a combination of not only their 3-point rating, but their jump shot. People are liking this Kamara jump shot a little bit more than the Koulibaly. Both are really good. Some of you might shoot with meter on, so it's not quite as impactful. But speed is really important in jump shots. Even if you have the meter on, it's how fast can you get the shot off. So play around with the card. Either way, he's worth getting. And then you can play around with him in the free mode, training mode. You can always hop in with your team and just shoot around. And I definitely recommend doing that with any new cards you get. So that's the 5 traits. And like you can see, this card pretty much has them all. He has an 85 driving dunk. Good, not insane, but very, very good. Definitely serviceable. You want that over 80. So that's, he absolutely checks the 5 boxes. And you can come over to badges. And you want the badges to kind of represent the same themes. So like shooting badges like Deadeye is really important. Defensive badges like Glove is really important. And then this lightning launch for speed is really important. Those are key badges that if a player doesn't have, you want to make sure they do. So anytime you get a new card, just think about, do they have all the right defensive badges? Do they have all the right athleticism badges? And do they have all the right shooting badges? And no card's perfect yet, but your goal is to create really good cards through badge addition and then lineup management. If you have an absolute lock at 2, your shooting guard, you might want a bit more of an offensive point guard. Or you got to figure out, like, who does the offense flow through? Who's my defensive anchor? And that's where it becomes really fun, where you're not just trying to only get every single best card, but you're trying to put cards together that make a winnable lineup. When you hop on Showdown, a lot of times you see people, with a couple top tier cards, maybe a Dr. J starting shooting guard. Then you see Khalil Ware at center, and it's just because that's what flows for them. Or maybe Jaren Jackson at center. It's not always just Pink Diamond, Galaxy Opal, Dark Matter now with LeBron. Really good players find ways to find a fluid lineup where they can substitute players in and out and have different kind of themes throughout the game. Even in Park, you want 3 good cards that play well off each other. So in the Winter Festival, yes, these 2 absolutely check all the boxes. Jabari Smith is doing some pretty similar things. 6'11" at the power forward position. 85 driving dunk, once again serviceable. Same with that 3-point. Let's check some defensive stats. 87, 88. above average in both. He's not an elite defender on either, but if this power forward gets caught on the perimeter with that 87 perimeter D, he's absolutely fine. And 87 speed at 6'11 is actually really good. When you start getting bigger and bigger, speed is just as important, but you don't often see that high speed rating. A 6'11 with 87 speed is like a 6'5 guy with 95 speed, essentially. So really good stats there. Definitely recommend this Jabari Smith as well. And there's some really fun cards in general in this set. Definitely take advantage of the exchange. We will talk about the auction house, and I'll resonate the same thing I said yesterday. Probably still a pretty good day to buy, and I do think we will see a bit of a bump this weekend. Yesterday was Christmas Eve. I wasn't even able to play that much. In general, people were probably playing a bit less. Today's Christmas. Most of the people are focusing on family stuff. Maybe this evening the game's going to get a bit of a bump. But this weekend, the dust is going to settle. All these new players are going to finally be able to settle in and start playing the game. Everybody who's been playing the game for a while and took a bit of a break for holidays is going to be on this weekend. Should be a great time to sell. So keep looking for some fun, cards. I'm still buying these Okongwes. I got 3 now. Every single one of them has some crazy badges. His base price is down to like $45.50. I've bought in a variety, each one of them with at least 5 extra Hoffs. One I have that has all Hoffs and a legend. And I got some pretty good prices. Pretty much every one of them I got 75 or below. So I'm hoping he takes a little bump this weekend. I can flip my Okongus. Galaxy Opals are starting to kind of creep back up. Maybe to buy would have been a really good window yesterday or the day before, but probably still an opportunity to make a good purchase. And then this weekend I see the market spiking a little bit. And then we hopefully have some updates with Wild Gems or more festival cards come Tuesday. And that will definitely impact the Wild Gem market, which is a bit lower. These Diamond Wild Gems are definitely on wholesale. You can find them for, under 20K, which is kind of insane to me. I do think there's value in these. This is the lowest they've been in a long, long time. And hopefully we're good. I am sitting on a ton of these diamonds, and I could have sold them there up to 36. So hopefully I don't regret that. I do think these will go up if another exchange comes out. But yes, they are on discount. If you are looking to buy these, I would recommend bidding on them. And it looks like some are being listed for like as low as 15. So you could bid 12 to 13 even. And you could flip them same day and make profit if you're just bidding 12 to 13, or you could hold until Tuesday and hope for another exchange. But it might not be this Tuesday just because of the festival. It might be the Tuesday after. But the sentiment in the community, I'm doing my best to keep my finger on the pulse between Reddit and X and all these things. The sentiment in the community is there will be more Wild Gem exchanges. There's really no reason not to, and we can just come down to the Wild Gem tab, and we've looked at it before. Season 2 with 36 cards, Season 3 with 1, it just doesn't add up. Will there be a Season 4 tab? I think so. So as long as Wild Gems are a theme throughout the year, I think they're good investments from Diamond all the way down, and even Pink Diamond, because, hypothetically, the higher tier cards should be in demand longer, because if more exchanges come and it's better and better cards, they're going to be requiring things like Wild Gems, and there could even be a time where the exchanges require Galaxy Opals. So if you start seeing Galaxy Opals getting pretty low, I would say close to like 100. You can get any Galaxy Opal on bid for 100 to 200. It's probably a pretty safe investment, because they might be dropping some Galaxy Opal Wild Gem exchanges for Dark Matter cards at one point. So invest, with your own strategy. I'm just trying to give you all the options here, but in my mind, yes, more Wild Gem exchanges are coming. It's just a matter of when and a matter of what they need. I'm invested into these Diamond Wild Gems, and we will see, what unfolds. So best of luck when it comes to investing on the Wild Gems. I do think there is opportunity there. With that, just have fun. Keep, figuring out your strategy in the market. I do think value in dynamic duos, if that's something you want to chase after, or any other meta card that you just get comfortable with and start understanding its price. Understand what's its minimum price, where is officially a snipe or a good bid, and then am I holding it or just trying to flip it? For this Jeremiah Fears card, I'm seeing a lot of cards at around 25. So I would say for me to make profit on this card, it would have to be 20 or below. So if I see a card pop up below 20, I'll just buy it outright, or I'll come in and maybe bid 17 to 19,000. Hope I win it, and if I don't, I just get the MT back, and all is well in the MT or in the MyTEAM universe. With that, have a great day, guys. Put in the locker code and just keep grinding a little bit. There's plenty of challenges to do. I would just stick on the Season 3 Winter Festival and weekly challenges. Some of these things can be done in online. As we talked about yesterday, I think Park is a great opportunity just to dip your toes in online, and it can be pretty rewarding. But if you don't want to hop online, that's totally fine. Keep building up your lineup, and eventually it will be in a really good spot where you can go online and win games pretty casually, even if you're sweating a few. But it makes it fun when you're building out your team from some offline challenges in order to prepare it to go online and have that experience. Merry Christmas, y'all. Keep grinding. Drop a like, subscribe. The channel's growing. I really, really appreciate the support. Much love. Peace.